Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How's everybody doing? Hey, what's up, brother? Still chewing a cookie. Hmm. I think Wes said he was going to try to come by after 9. I think Kenny wanted to try his camera out to see if his camera was working. Otherwise, just going to, now we'll bullshit a little bit. Anybody have any questions? If anybody comes in, I don't know if they will or not. But cool. Yeah. So happening koi wise, I still have to do a couple things. I got the front pond up there on the screen. Um, I still got some stuff to do as far as I still got to clean that front glass and finish up the wiring and stuff on the front and put the cover over the top of the filter. And then I'd say it's pretty much done. So, hey Maui, how you doing? Um, I missed your. I was actually up real early, but you still went on about. You did a live stream about an hour before I got out here, and I got out here at like 3:30, quarter to 4 a.m. in the morning the other day when you did a live stream, and I saw that you were on an hour before or something like that. I'm drinking my coffee and eating a cookie. You'll probably hear me chewing. But I do want to move some of the smaller fish out of here, and the two bigger fish that I have in the IBC tank or whatever it is. I want to move some of the 3 or 4 of the small ones, 5, 6 of the small ones out of here into there, and the two bigger ones into. I think I'm going to put them in the front pond. Yeah, I got to watch some of it. It was pretty cool. Let's see, I can pop myself back on here. Which one did I have it on? Was it that one? No, it must have been this one. That must have been this one. There it is. So anyway, yeah, just a little improv in case anybody wanted to ask about anything. I know that they were having. I watched a couple of the UK channels that I follow over there, and there was I forget the guy's name. I think it starts with a P. If Wes was here, he'd remember. Anyway, he was talking about they're getting spikes in nitrite, and he was going on. He seems like a pretty knowledgeable guy. Did you use your blow-up kayak, or did you just use one from the area there? Did I get it right this time? Imagine that. I'm amazed. I still haven't heard back for the people that kind of follow the motorcycle stuff. I still haven't got the shadow. I still haven't heard from the guy. I don't want to bug him. I'll let him keep it and try to get it as good as he can. I'm in no rush anyway. The last time that I talked to him, he said that he had got it running, but it was only popping on one cylinder. So he was going to dive into the carburetor again and then start seeing if it was an ignition problem, a plug, a wire, a coil, or something else. He was going to start tracking it down. So we'll see. Hey, David, how you doing? 104. Wow. You should probably get your ass back to Thailand so you can cool down a little bit. Shallow River didn't want to tear it up. I see. Probably easier that way anyway, right? With a rental. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. The koi stuff, I'm going to start doing some videos and stuff, and I do want to get that one little grow-on deal put on the side of the garage. But for right now, I'm I'm actually waiting on the solar man. The solar man cut the crap, I guess, out of his hand. They did. I thought he was going to reinforce the side that the trailer was on and then build a new one underneath it, and that was to house the 20 panels that are, this is solar talk now, the 20 panels that are on my house here that are partially shaded. And he tore the whole other one down. His guys did. I guess he hurt his hand. He left two of them here. They cut it all down, saved all the metal, the roofing, God, excuse me, everything over there. And then hopefully, it's sunny out now. Hopefully they'll come today. We'll see. He said 5 to 7. I think it's going to take them at least 7 days to build it and then move this stuff. And I checked prices on a carport type deal here, and he seems like he's given me a very fair price at $30,000, and then it's $10,000 more to move the panels. But and I think he's going to build a nice one, a lot better. That one that was up there was just a temporary kind of piece of crap that I had across the street before we bought this property over here, and then we just moved it over here and put it in because we had it. And why not cover the trailer? So we'll see. Well, that sucks, David. You took it with you. You keep it in your car, or does it take up too much room, Mel? There he is. How you doing, Wes? I'm glad you could make it. You beat your time a little bit. You're 5 minutes early. You said after 9. But anyway, yeah, like I said, man, I noticed I watched, I guess my buddy that I've been watching for a long time over in the UK, he's a butcher, and he was trying to do only YouTube. He had problems with drugs and alcohol and gambling and everything, and he was really open about it at his channel. He didn't do a video for a while, and I started worrying about him again because he hadn't done a video in a while, and he just popped on yesterday. He has decided that he's still going to only use YouTube as just a hobby / extra little something, and he got a job butchering again. I guess he's quite a good butcher. I see. Yeah, I think originally, I think his plan was, mom and dad, I think, have a shitload of money, is the impression I get, his mother and father. And they had that building there, and he had big, extravagant plans of starting a koi business and having inside ponds and selling koi and, food and blah, 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 blah. And that just didn't transpire. And once that didn't transpire, he kind of, I think, just saw it wasn't gonna happen. And I'm sure his wife wanted him to get his ass out there and make a little bit of dough. So I like the guy. I've been watching him for a long time. Yeah, so here wise, like I said, once I get that done, Ubon, the new inverter installed, and that system gone through 2 to 4 days, I'll be there 4 days, he'll be there too. Then when I get back, I'd like to make a little trip. I'm going to try to go camping for a couple of days with the trailer, although I'm going to drag the trailer to Ubon. So I might not do that. I might just get right back into it. Once I do that, then I think I've spent all my budgeted money each month on this solar stuff, because I didn't plan on spending the 15,000 baht for the 10.2 kW inverter. I didn't think I was going to need that. And anyway, so I'm still trying to do all this stuff with my budgeted money. Is that what it was? I didn't realize that. And it's James the Koi Whisperer, in case anybody's actually watching it. He's a good guy. He's got a nice pond. He finally built his in-ground, above-ground, windowed, fiberglass ultimate pond for the size of his property there in the UK. And it looks like Bear's gonna get some. I wonder if he tries to eat those fish. You see him up there? I wonder if he. I know he drinks out of there, but I wonder if he. I wonder if he. Look at him. Oh, yeah, I want to drink, but that fish right there looks pretty tasty. Yeah, he's being pretty good. He's such a pain in the ass, man. I got to cut his balls off. He's just got too much piss and vinegar in him. But anyway, yeah, so that's the plan. So I'll try to do a couple videos on maybe some other stuff. I don't know. I got to think about stuff to do here. And when I went the other morning, what's the guy's name, Wes, on Twisted Koi? I came out the other morning at 3:30 or quarter after 3 or something like that. And he had already been on his Saturday night. So it was Sunday morning, our Thai time. And I said hello and everything. And he said, oh, why don't you come on? And I said, man, I got no shirt on, man. All I did was come out to my little room. But he said, I still want to have you and Wes. You still want to do it? I said, anytime for me. I said, Wes has a life. I have no life. So Vince, yeah. And so he said, well, I'm going to, I said, anytime, just set it up with Wes and I'll make it happen as long as I'm home. So, but, yeah, so because I'm usually up. I mean, I'd probably have to get up a little bit early, but to tell you, Wes, I think when he starts his stuff, it's probably about, I'm going to say 2:30 a.m. here in Thailand. So I know you told him you would do it too, but I'm going to leave it up to you to set it up. I can, like I said, I can make whatever happen. Okay. Yeah. I'm sure he'll mention it again to me, and the next time he does, I'll say, well, email Wes and set it up, and then we'll come on. Because I'd like to, they have some stuff there that I got questions about. His buddy that he does all that work there, he seems really knowledgeable. The guy that stripped the eggs and did the his fertilization stuff and all that. He seems like he's. I was just curious. He seems like he knows his shit also. But where he learned that? Did he go to Japan? Did he work on a farm there, or what did he do? Because I've never. I'm sure that they've said it on that channel, and you might even know, but I didn't. I don't know. We'll have to see. Hey, Kenny. Yeah, I was just kind of curious about his background, and just wrap with. I know that Vince. Now I'll try to remember his name. He wears a vest, so I was wondering if he was. I know it's not a club vest or anything, but it looks like he was into maybe riding motorcycles or something at one time. So maybe I got something else for in common to talk to him about or something, but we'll see. Twice in his life. Yeah, I mean, he could have learned it anywhere. He could have didn't have to learn it in Japan. I mean, there's other farms besides Japan, but I would imagine that would be the place you'd want to learn. Oh, he's not a motorcycle rider. He just likes leather vests. He wears it all the time. Every time I've seen him, he has that same cut on. I was just wondering, but whatever. He seems like a really nice guy. They seem like nice people. All of them that he has on the channel there and stuff. And I think maybe people would be curious about what we're up against here in Thailand isn't, half of what I was up against when I was in the States, and what you were up against when you were in the UK, and what they're up against being in the UK. Because we don't have that major out of winter, all the bad bacteria have now entered the building and, fight like hell to keep your koi alive until the good bacteria can build up and flukes show up and, treatments and all that kind of crap. Do we have them here? Sure we do. But, our water, what's the coldest? I don't even know what the coldest our water is. Let's see what the temperature of my water is right now. Let me go there. I didn't have it up on my phone. There it is. I got to recalibrate this thing too. I haven't calibrated it. 26.9, 27 it just went to 0, which is 80 degrees. So I don't think our water ever gets down below 72, maybe. And I'm guessing you might know. Yours holds at 28 last month. Yeah, that's about what I see too. I think somewhere between 26 and 29, floating back and forth, depending. Not so much in my my main pond stays a lot more stable. It'll stay rock solid probably at this at 27 or something. Get a drink here. Melted water, melted ice. Keep track now. Cool. Yeah, and you know they don't like. I know that my waters went up at 90. I know it has. I've never. I always watch my fish. You know, if I see a dress, I run. You know, air pumps and stuff. So I'm not too concerned. But you know, I know they have a lot of problems, and I know that what's the guy's name? That's the other koi guy there. What's his name? Anyway, he did his last, or the last one that I watched. He was talking about this nitrite problem and spikes they were having, and they're having a heat wave in the UK, and the water temperature, and not treating with potassium permanganate. You know, treating for stuff with using formaldehyde and what is it, green. You know, so you know he's got a bunch. Like I said, he's got a bunch, and I did find that, and I saved it, Wes. I don't know if you ever did see it. That one video. It's really long. I hadn't seen it before. It popped up on my feed of the guy beating him up on that pond that he did a while ago, and kind of defaming him. Perky, yeah, and I don't get that from that guy. You know, like I said, when he explained it. This guy was not going to be able to finish his pond. He didn't have the money. He didn't have this. I gave him material out of my garage, PVC, this, that, and the next thing. I tried to do the best that I can with $0, you know. And I think the guy made it out to be a lot worse than it was. But, you know, it's not like he went in, this is the way that I build every pond I build, you know. So I don't know. I tend to believe what he's saying because I've watched him do a couple of ponds now on there, and he's very meticulous and he does good work. So I don't know. No, I don't know who Fritz is. I don't know who that is. And I didn't make anybody. Let me see if I can pull up my pull this up so I can make a couple people moderators that especially the ones that are in right now. Okay, let me see. Try to do this without back feeding the living shit out of everything. What do I need to do? I need to go to. Come on. What am I looking for? YouTube. You loaded. David, you still here? David uploaded a video in case you were thinking about it an hour ago. I watched the last one, which was Cigar Night, I think. All right, let me see. Chocolate Man, Twisted Koi. How come I don't not notified on this channel? Live now. Oh, okay, here it is. Oh, well, let me turn the volume all the way down. Now, let's see if I can make... Yeah, let's see. I could put you in a timeout. You want a timeout? How come... How do you make moderators? But I thought I just pressed on the person. Message, report, remove, channel activity, go to channel, put user. No. Huh. Well, I don't know how to do it. I guess I'm a complete moron. Anyway, biggest guy in America loads to the dealership. Think he has 9 locations. Fritz's fish ponds. Okay, cool. I will. In fact, I'll close this because I don't know what the hell I did here. And let me see if I can find it real quick. Search. What is it? FITZ. Is that right? FITZ. FITZ. My site. FITZ. Apostrophe S. Fritz's Fish Pond. FISH. Okay, Fritz's Fish. Okay, subscribe and ring the bell. Okay, all right, found it. Thanks, Wes. Hey, Justin, what's up? Open studio, get settings, community, and paste the user's channel. Yeah, I don't open YouTube. Go to settings and community. I thought I could do it right in the deal though, right in YouTube. Right, like I was on, but I guess. Oh, maybe because I'm not on. Oh, I know why. Maybe because I'm on under Got to Love Thailand. I'm not on. Let me switch. How do I do that? Come on. My mind's completely shut. Let me see if I go on here. On my computer, I can actually see that. Do I have another YouTube? I think I do. Yeah, I do. Okay, let me go. Let me make sure I turn the volume all the way down on this. Okay. All right. And let me go to here. And let me go to KoiThaiStyle. Switch. There we go. Come on. Come on. There you go, you slow bastard. All right. And let me go to. Wow. My computer, something's way wrong. Okay. Let me go here. Go to my channel. Sorry, everybody. Of course, there's not everybody. Was there 4 people here? And let me see if I go on here. Okay. How come I can't? Okay, maybe I got to wait a second for the chat to come up. I do see myself. There we go. Okay, new managing moderators can support your channel in even more ways. Yeah, I know. Okay, so now let me go. Let me go to Wes first. There we go. I think. Add as moderator. Okay. Post something up, Wes, and let's see if you show up as moderator. I'll do brother here next. Add as moderator. Yeah, this thing is slower than dirt. For some reason, my fiber isn't working. I'll put Justin as a moderator. I'm going to make everybody in here as a moderator, and then let's see, save. Who else is in here? Kenny, are you still here, or did you? Are you trying to get your camera to work? I'm going to make you a moderator too. Everybody, somebody, and then I'll have somebody come in and go, how come everybody's moderators? If I miss somebody, just tell me, hey, I'm all right. Are you still here, David? I'll put David as a moderator too. He comes by occasionally. Save. Okay. Now let me go back to my StreamYard. Oh, okay, yeah, you're showing up in blue. Okay, I'm here. Okay. Wrench. Okay, and just all right, cool. So anyway, I don't know what I was talking about. I'm going to someone else. Wow, we got 7 people in here. This is like a bonanza. So anyway, if there's somebody watching the channel, I'm going to start putting up more videos on Koi. I think what I'm going to, like I said, I'm dealing with solar. I have solar on everything. I got solar on my garage. I got solar on my house. I got solar on my other house that we built in Ubon, and trying to get it all up and running the way it should be, so that I've got, instead of 14,000 baht a month when I started, or 16,000 baht a month, I think it should be down about 1,500. So I can deal with that. Lucky number 7. Yeah, I hear you. But when I get back in about 2 weeks, I'll try to put out some videos. Maybe if anybody's got any kind of questions, put them in the comments or send me an email. And it's koidoctor1@gmail.com. I got to see if that's in there. I don't know how I set up this channel. But anyway, and I'll try to answer best I can. Let's see. I'm going to add a solar air pump. Did I send you the information on those cheaper ones that I found? I don't know if they're any good or not. But I might order one to run on the front pond here, and see how it works. Because I still got to that's what else. Besides clean the glass, I got to add some more ceramic media to this bay. The one that the UV is in. Let me pull this up bigger. This one here, that actually the third one back, you can just barely see the UV here. I can let's see. Now you can see it better. Yeah, the bay that the UV is in. You can see some bubbling going on, and that one's doing, and then I got one in the pond, but they're all weak. The one that I have is actually a good model, but I've had it forever, and I don't know if they rebuild them. It's at Halia, I think, but the good ones, the one battery backup, blah, blah, blah. I've got 2 of those, one running on the back pond and one running up here. And then I've got a smaller one. I forget what it is, but it's running the 2, the IBC tank. Did I get that right again? And the hospital tank, or whatever you want to do. Gotta go. All right. Take it easy. Full solar, keep off the main electric. Yeah, I believe I have. I think I'll go full solar to keep off main electric. Yeah, like I said, I don't know what. I'm a firm believer in if your electricity bill, if you and your significant other in a house and your bills are above 2,500 a month, I think it's worth it to put in a small system. The only difference that me and Kenny have, I think Kenny's on board with me, is instead of buying the 6.2 that we first put in, I put in a 10.2 later in the garage. It's, I don't know, 8,000-9,000 for the 6.2, and I just paid 15,500 and something for the 10.2. They have a 13 now that I could get for 17,000, but I already ordered the other one and I still haven't gotten it. That's a whole nother nightmare. It said that it was a pre-order. It said guaranteed by July 2nd or 3rd. And I ordered it. Okay, cool. That's perfect. By the time I get out of here, I'll have it and go. I still don't have the frickin' thing. And I've been going back and forth calling them names and all sorts of shit. It's the Power Mister flagship store on Wasada. And I bought a bunch of stuff from them. It just pissed me off. And they said, oh, well, it's a pre-order. I said, it said guaranteed right here. Oh, sorry. I said, okay, when you should have it by the 15th. What's today? Today's the 15th, and I still don't have it. So I've been sending them stuff every day. I said, did you lie to me this time too? Or what do you got going? Is that what you guys do? Is you lie to people? You won't let me cancel the thing, because they sent me a free Wi-Fi deal. And I got that. They sent that out the next day. I had it 2 days out. I had it by the 2nd or 3rd of July. And now because I've got that, I can't cancel the order because I've got a partial shipment or some shit. And I said, oh, you're a horrible, horrible people, and you're a horrible, horrible company. And so we'll see. What did you buy, David? Aquarium air pump. got wet. Now it's in the trash. No more bubblies. Yeah, but you should have room underneath that enclosure that you built, right, Kenny? Uh, I would think. And I didn't put it in there. I guess I could bring it up. We've got 6 people here, but I can post the. Excuse me. I can post the link, and if somebody wants to come on, and then we'll be on for a short time, and then we can go. We can go off and close the live stream down. We've been on for 30 minutes. So let's see, paste. Okay. All right. So anybody that wants to come on, if you don't want me to put you up now, just kind of go like this when I bring you into the green room, and I'll know not to bring you up. But anybody that wants to come on, as long as I know who you are, in case it's a troll of some kind. Yeah, so I'm still waiting. Supposedly it was on its way to Bangkok. I'm gathering from China. They're supposed to let me know today if they got it in Bangkok. If they got it in Bangkok and they ship it to me from Bangkok, I'll still be okay because he really hasn't started per se. And in fact, I should change this view here for a minute, so bear with me to this one here. So if I see somebody, if you guys see somebody walking by there, right below the fan there, that's the driveway, that concrete patch, and I don't see it, put something in there. Hey, Dave, somebody just walked by. So we'll see. Yeah, what's an RMA? I don't do abbreviations. I'd use abbreviations because I can't spell. I don't think Aaron does. I think Aaron can spell. But yeah, I don't know. The only thing, Kenny, is you've got the waterfall. You've probably got plenty of air moving into the water. As long as it doesn't shut down, and the bigger volume of water, the bigger fish will start to die first from the oxygen. Happens a lot here in Thailand, and I don't know why. I guess because they don't put in spray bars. They don't put in, I mean, they don't have the money to spend, 4,000 baht on an air pump, battery backup. That's the one good thing about if you're on solar. But like I said before, I don't think I finished that. 2,500 to put in a small system. If you're like Kenny or people that can actually do something, not like me. I think we went through it, and to put it in with a couple of 100 amp hour, maybe 400 amp hour of our one 314 amp hour battery would probably be enough. I think you could put the system in with 10 panels, and even with the 10.2 for around maybe in the low 100, 110, 115, something like that. So like I said, it's all relative. If you don't have the money, it's not an option. Return what? Return merchandise authorization. Return label from them. Yeah, I'm gonna. No one. They're the ones that pretty much sell them all, and everybody else that I look on there, even with another supplier. So I've kind of toned myself down. I don't want to, bite my nose off to spite my face. Oh, here's one. Yeah, okay, it's 18,000. I'll pay the extra. I don't care. I want to make sure I got it. It's not going to be here till the end of August, into September and shit. So I guess they're having, probably makes sense. The electric bills are going up here. The Philippines are big on, I guess their electricity is really expensive. So people are putting in solar systems left and right. So yeah, I know. I don't want to do that. And I've been pretty good. When they are nice to me, I say thank you. That's all I want. I want to know, man. It said that. It said guaranteed. We're really sorry. Well, you can be sorry all you want, but I ordered it because it said guaranteed by the 2nd or 3rd of July, And then you tell me the 15th, and, today's the 15th. It still ain't here, but I backed off a couple of days ago. I said, you know what? I'm going to have to wait for this frickin' thing. The only thing I don't want is I don't want my guy coming here, banging this thing out in 7 days and say, okay, I've got 2 days open. Let's go. Well, I don't want to go because I don't have the frickin' inverter that I want you to install. So we'll have to see. Yeah, I think so too. and that's one of the main reasons. I think Kenny was more, my bill's 2,500 baht. It ain't that big of a freaking deal. But the 4, 5, 6 power outages a month, and that low, he's get not as bad as my house in Ubon, but where it dips down to 170. Now on the 10.2, and I don't know if it's the same on the 6.2, but if it gets down below 100, and I don't even know if my solar guy knows this. I've been reading up a lot on this solar crap. But the 10.2, if it gets down below 195 volts, it cuts it off. So, and I think he built safeties in for that on the Ubon house. So I've got to bring my little, talking translator, and for 2 days I'm just going to badger him so that he explains everything on how he installed this deal, because it isn't straightforward by any means. Not Kenny's. If you look at Kenny's video and you want to put in a 6 kW system, I would use the 10.2 or 13 kW inverter, and I'll explain why here in a second. Kenny's video shows the box that I told him about that I used here, has all the breakers and everything in it. You just mount it and plug and play, push it here, and his video is the textbook way to do it, easy, straightforward, clean cut. Mine is not that way here or in Ubon. But anyway, the reason is Kenny and me here, you've got a 6 kW basically inverter, which you can only set anything above. If you're pulling anything above 6 kW, it'll trip off. And the reason that is if you're taking a shower, and while you're taking a shower, the pump's going to come on, and you've got a 4.5 kW heater in your bathroom, and your pump kicks on. That's 3 or 4 kW. Boom, it's going to shut down. And that's what he had done. So I think his pump and this other stuff, he's got a manual switch that he can put it over to PE or whatever they are. And that's why his bills are like 500 baht or something, because that's on. But if you had a 13 or a 10, probably wouldn't need that. He could run it. So, yeah, I didn't realize how bad their electricity was there and how expensive the electricity was. I hope my solar guy shows up today. Yes. Yeah, it was, like I said, I bought that one. I paid 15.5 for it. And like I said, right now that's on pre-order also. They discontinued the 10.2 and they've got a 13, I think, or 12 or 13 kW that I could have got for 17. So for another couple of thousand baht, another $60. But it's definitely, I think, worth it. And that's what I need in Ubon too, because the one that I'm replacing is the 6.2 that I bought from that guy, that hopefully he's going to give me some kind of credit or something on it, or at least repair it and give it back to me, and I can give it away or something to somebody who wants to use it. Because I think if you don't abuse it and you're not, running it up to its limits like I did, I think it would probably be fine. But either way, I don't know what was I saying. I'm horrible. Anyway, but like I said, because I know Joe had sent me, Joe and Gift, a deal. He's thinking about doing his, and like I said, I think I mentioned that on the other channel. But his is a 3-phase. And all the stuff that I've seen on the installations from other companies is they get more money for the 3-phase. Obviously, it's more work, I guess, and the inverters are more, or whatever the case may be. But so I'm hoping that when I get done with that, I'm done with Ubon. And like I said, he's supposed to go there for 2 days and do everything, and I'm going to stay probably 4 minimum. I'm going to pull the trailer with me and stay in the trailer because I want to do that. Now I'm going to do the trailer too. The trailer, I believe I have to measure it today. I'm going to raise them up only about 6-8 inches, just so I can open up the 2 vents that I have, just so they open up this much so that I can vent air in and out of the bathrooms. and I'm going to put a rack all the way across it, and then I can put two 600s, and then this way across the back one more. So I'm going to put them on MPPT controllers. They're about 2,300 baht for the cheapest ones that I could find for a 100 amp deal that will take the voltage, because I'm going to have one will have 3 on it. It'll have 150. They'll take 160 volts, and they'll take up to like 3,000 watts or more, I think. But that would be what, 1,800 on one, and the other one would be 12. So on both of them, and I would have a total of what is that? 12 and 3,000 watts, and I have 1,000 now. So it just doesn't charge fast enough. When I'm running the air conditioner during the day, even if I'm out in full sunlight, those things pull out maybe 800. Well, if I have the air conditioner running, it'll run on and off, of course, and the refrigerator kicks in, whatever. It never charges the batteries up all day. This thing, according to the almighty Google, said that if I'm pumping 3,000, I said with the loss and everything, 2,200 watts in there, it'll charge my batteries from pretty much 15% to 100% in 4 hours. So 4 or 5 hours. And that's without using anything. So I'm gathering with it turning on and off, and during the day, it'll at least keep my batteries at 100% and, run the air conditioner whatever I want to all day. I know it'll run the air conditioner for almost 36 hours with just the batteries, or right around there, 30 hours. And I know that the next morning when I get up, my batteries are going to be at maybe 70%, 60%. And then if the sun's out again, I'll run it during the day. It'll actually have charge, and by the end of the day, they'll be 100% again. So what I'm getting to, it'll be completely off grid wherever I want to go, as long as I'm putting it in the sun and I've got sun. And it isn't going to be that bad. Those panels, what did you pay for your panels, Kenny? I think the 600s that I bought were 1,800 or something. They were the cheapest ones the guy had. So I figured 2,000 baht. So you got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10,000, and then 15,000, and it's probably going to cost me another 5,000. So about $600 to pay the guy to get up there and make me a rack, put it up there, my solar guy, and then run the 2 MP. I got one MPPT controller. I've got room to move it and put them where they are now. So over here now in my little cubby next to the bathroom, and they both will fit on the back wall. And then wherever the wires got to go down and back and up. Because the MPPTs, it's really weird. They don't need to know that there's another MPPT controller. They don't need to be synced together. They don't need to be anything. All they have to do is have solar coming into them and 2 coming out and going to a battery, to a bus bar. That's it. And they'll automatically know if one's it'll work perfectly according to what I understand. So I don't think that's too bad. $600 to be able to go anywhere I want to in the trailer, and as long as the sun's out, I've got air conditioning, and I'm not a big fat pile of sweat. So we'll see. So anyway, all right, I put the link in there. It's been 45 minutes. There's 5 of us here, which would be I'm on over here on the other channel. So let's see what happens if I click this off. Let me close this down. Let's see if it goes down to 4. Did it go down to 4? It might take a second. Anyway, that would be Kenny, Aaron, Wes, and who else is here? Anybody? David, I think, is gone. But anyway, so we'll go over, and if you guys want to wrap for a minute, we can wrap. So anyway, Kenny, if you want to come in, I seen that Aaron just popped in, and I will close down the live stream here. If anybody's watching this or you watch it down the road, if you got any questions, it's KoiDr, the numeral 1, @gmail.com, and ask me any questions you want. If I can answer, I'd be more than happy to answer them, or put them in, in the comments and stuff here. All right. I'm still trying to get my Canon to connect to StreamYard. Okay. All right. Well, I see Wes is popping in. All right. Everybody, you have a great morning, afternoon, or evening, and I shall catch you on the next one. Have a great